Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Rafi Abdul Salam. And here I'm not alone. I'm with my friends Satya Bari Prasetyo and Fatra Alamsyah. We are from Group 9 and we will presenting our material about the judicial analysis national strategy for preventing corruption as a state financial control policies in dealing with COVID-19. Okay. The outline of this presentation is first we're gonna talk about what is the corruption itself, and then we're gonna talk about the case of corruption during the COVID-19, and we're gonna talk about the legal framework of the corruption itself, and then the last things we're gonna talk is about the strategy in dealing with the with the corruption in COVID-19 pandemic. Okay. The corruption is a very serious problem. We call it the extraordinary crime. Why it's called it the extraordinary crime? Because the corruption can endanger the stability and security of the state and its people, endanger the social and economic development of society, politics, and can even damage the democratic values and national morality. Corruption is an act that cannot only harm the state's finance but can also cause the loss to the people economics. The crime of corruption is a very despicable act and very hated by the most of the people, not only by the people in Indonesia, but also the people in the world. Why we talk about the strategy in dealing with COVID-19, with the corruption during the COVID-19 pandemic? Because in COVID-19 pandemic, the potential of corruption is increasing because the people were very busy in dealing with the COVID-19. If we talk about the COVID-19, we not only talk about the healthcare aspect, we're gonna talk about the economic aspect too, because the country will dealing with the with the economic problem itself. Actually, okay. Next, we gonna talk about the corruption case during the COVID-19 in Indonesia. Bayu, the times is yours.
Okay, thanks, Rafi. So I am going to talk about the corruption cases during COVID-19 in Indonesia. The Indonesian government has made a variety of steps in dealing with the COVID-19 disaster, including rules to prevent, maintain distance, and wash hands, and also social distancing, large-scale social limitation, and micro and macro TPKM. TPKM. However, must be backed up by substantial amounts of money in order to carry out all operational government programs and deliver social assistance. The government will spend 6 million trillion in 2020, followed by the 20 million trillion in corporate incentive. The government has issued a COVID-19 emergency policy, which was conveyed in Presidential Decree number 12 of 2020 concerning the determination of non-natural disaster for the spread of coronavirus disease 2019. This decree was initiated to accelerate the process of producing goods and services carried out by ministry and institutions in order to accelerate the handling of COVID-19 and help the community. The government also has granted a very substantial budget in order to safeguard every existing citizens. It is, nevertheless, not impossible for budget money to be swollen. According to the Indonesian Survey Institute, the tendency of corruption cases during COVID-19 outbreak grew by 39.6%. And this occurs as a result of the country's economy being decimated and many individuals being laid off, necessitating the need for finance to satisfy their necessities. The government has taken the initiative to satisfy the requirements of the community and to repair the country's economy. Thus, it encourages the community to boost their spending, but the government is supported by financing. Okay, so we are moved to talk about the legal arrangement to prevent the corruption cases during COVID-19. There is 5 legal arrangement to prevent the corruption cases, namely the Presidential Regulation number 54 of 2018 concerning the National Strategy for Prevention of Corruption. And then there is also Article 6 letters A, B, and C of Law number 19 of 2019, the Second Amendment to Law Number 30 of 2002 concerning the Corruption Eradication Commission, and specifically during the pandemic COVID-19, which read Article 6, the Corruption Eradication Commission is tasked with carrying out preventive measures so that corruption doesn't occur, coordination with agencies authorized to carry out the eradication of criminal acts of corruption, and agencies in charge of carrying out public services and monitor the administration of state government. And then there is also Attorneys General's Instruction number 5 of 2020 concerning policies for the implementation of duties and case handling during the prevention of the spread of COVID-19 in the Indonesian Prosecutor's Office. And the Prosecutor's Office carries out the decree of the Attorney General of the Republic of Indonesia number CAP 152 AJA 10 2015 dated October 1 2015 concerning the establishment of a government guard and security team and development, or TP4. And then the last is instruction of the Attorney General of the Republic of Indonesia number INS 001 AJA 10 2015 concerning the establishment of a government guard and security team and the development of the central and regional prosecutors of the Republic of Indonesia. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Bayu, for the explanation. So we will move to the implementation of the national strategy for preventing corruption in dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic in Indonesia. COVID-19 is not a barrier for authorized the institution to carry out the sentence for the suspect in corruption. It should be in line with the anti-corruption law. In Article 2, Paragraph 2, there are certain circumstances COVID-19 can be said to be a certain situation by looking at the current condition of Indonesia, which is in a period of difficult in dealing with this infection. During the COVID-19 pandemic, it was clear that the protocol carried out were different than during the normal condition. The KPK must also continue to implement the strategy during the normal condition, but it needs to be added during the COVID-19 period. During the normal times, the KPK carries out the three strategies in dealing with the corruption, namely system improvement, education, and the KPK campaigns. The campaign is about the Corruption Eradication Commission 2020. This strategy can be carried out via online or focus group discussion (FGD), and direct supervision can be carried out in a field in the accordance with health protocol in order to avoid the COVID-19 infection. Fatra, you can continue the explanation.
Okay, when we're talking about the implementation of the national strategy for preventing corruption in dealing with COVID-19 pandemic in Indonesia, Indonesia actually has a strategy. It's a strategy that can be taken to eradicate and prevent the corruption. There are six. The first is improving the integrity of state leaders and institutions. The weak integrity in the state administrators causes the collusions, corruptions, and nepotisms. The leader is a figure who represents the Indonesian people who are trusted and elected by the community itself without any interventions from anyone. Thus, it is natural for people's representatives to have high integrity. The second is building an anti-corruption culture, influencing and shaping one's character. It is not easy and fast. The development of an anti-corruption culture requires a long term and must be carried out from an early age. Both the family environment, educational environment, community, and the company itself. And the third is improving and building a good legal system. It can be said that legal system in Indonesia still has not provided a deterrent effect on the corruption perpetrators. Thus, this becoming a continuation and become an opportunity for the Corruption Eradication Commission to carry out its illegal actions for its own sake. clear and comprehensive laws are needed. And four is strengthening the KPK institutions. Indonesia has 34 provinces spread from the Sabah to the until to Merauke. Therefore, it is necessary to develop an integrated KPK with the center or pemerintah pusat, so the corruptions will be easy to detect. In addition, there must be the independence of the KPK itself, where the KPK was formed to become the specific to eradicate corruptions. However, the police and prosecutors also has almost the same authority as the KPK in handling the corruption cases. Thus, there is an overlap of the powers in it. Number fifth is strengthening and accelerating bureaucratic reform to realize clean governance and free from the collusions, corruptions, and nepotisms. Through bureaucratic reform is expected to build the behavior of state apparatus with high integrity, responsibility, and prioritize the public services. And the sixth is transparency between institutions is needed to the public. During the COVID-19 period, the currently currently, I mean, it is very difficult to carry out direct supervisions in the field, so that a strong synergy is needed for the sake of the national interest. The KPK must be able to regularly supervise state institutions, even in the conditions of the COVID-19 pandemic, either direct or in the field or online. Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Patra, for the explanation. That's all from us. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Kelar.